Hello, welcome to the Davis Tech Welding program. I want to start out by introducing you to where we should be clocking in, clocking out. We have a computer in the classroom and we need to make sure that you are very prompt in clocking in and clocking out. Your attendance is very important. We suggest that you try to clock in and clock out anywhere within 5 minutes before the time you're scheduled to 5 minutes after. This will prevent you from being marked absence or tardy, and in the past people have pushed it to 10 minutes before, 10 minutes after, and it seems like we have problems with people being marked late or absent. So if you'll just keep it within 5 minutes before or 5 minutes after the time you're scheduled to arrive and leave, that would be best. Next, I want you to pay attention to some of the things that are available in the classroom. We have multiple posters around that you'll be able to use, and it should help you with your welding knowledge and being able to troubleshoot some of your welds. Also, on our dry erase board, we will post job postings and other bulletins that you may be interested in. Again, make sure you take advantage of all the things that are available to you, especially the posters and the postings. Over next to our restroom and the Lincoln training room is a cabinet which we store all the curriculum in. You're going to need to be able to get to the curriculum to navigate through each course. It's contained in the second and third drawer down. The second drawer will have most of the core curriculum. When you get your welding curriculum, make sure that you put your name, the start date, and the day that you are supposed to be finished on your curriculum. That will help you to finish on time. Now it's time to look at our shop. Okay, just inside our shop on the right hand side we have safety glasses for visitors. These are meant for people visiting our shop so they will be able to keep their eyes safe. And to the left we have an eye wash station, a drinking fountain, and a first aid kit. In the first aid kit there will be some band-aids, and usually we have some burn cream. If you do use those, please let us know so we can restock them. Over here we have a grinding room in front of us. In the grinding room we have pedestal grinders, some meant for tungsten grinding and some meant for just grinding on your metal to put a bevel on it or to clean it up. We also have sanders, a Burr King. On that one we do want you to get permission from an instructor. We have grinders, and when using a grinder, make sure you are wearing a face shield and proper personal protective equipment. Earplugs are really good in the grinding room. They're available in the bookstore. Sometimes we do have them available, but that is only on occasion. We also want to make sure that you always have a grinder guard on your grinder. There should be a safety guard on it. If there's not, you should not use it. In the shop we also have, by most of the booths, dustpans and brooms. When you are done working in your booth, you do need to sweep up and clean your mess, and that mess is also in front of your booth. So please make sure that you use the dustpans and brooms. They are available and help us keep the shop clean. We have lots of different equipment available to us in the welding shop. This is the shear. With this shear we can cut up to 1/2 inch thick steel up to 10 feet wide. It is a very expensive piece of equipment and you do need permission before using it. This is our JMT 110 ton iron worker. There are many types of iron workers. The one we have has many features and it's really nice. Some of the features of our iron worker is a hole punch. We can punch round or square holes. Other things we can do with the iron worker is we can cut angle iron. We can cut it at 45-degree angles so we can put them together nice and square. We can cut round stock or square stock solid. It has a nibbler where we can use that to notch out plate or angle. It also has a shear where we can shear plate. When in the shop, we must always wear safety glasses to protect our eyes from sparks and debris. There can be sparks and debris coming from many different places when you're not expecting it. It can come from the grinding room, the booths. Even out in the middle of the shop is a place where unexpected sparks can come when someone's working on a project or welding or grinding. So there's no exceptions to wearing the safety glasses in the shop. Once you start working in the shop, it's important that you're able to show your instructor your welds. But you need to make sure that your welds have been cooled down before showing your instructor. This will prevent him from getting burned. The quench tank is located right by our oxy-fuel cutting area. Always assume that metal is hot before you grab it. Some of the other equipment we have in our shop is a robotic welder, a submerged arc welder with two 1000 amp power supplies. Outside is our gas storage and our gas manifold system. This is also where we store our full and empty bottles of gas. Some of the types of gas we'll store here is our argon 75%, carbon dioxide 25%. Our acetylene for oxy-fuel welding and oxy-fuel gas cutting. Our oxygen also used for oxy-fuel gas welding and oxy-fuel gas cutting. And our argon used for gas tungsten arc welding. There are other gases that we will use, such as a 90% argon, 10% carbon dioxide for specialty welding such as spray arc and pulse spray. When a gas cylinder is empty, you flip the tag around to the empty side, and then we put it in the storage area, making sure that it is chained up. We always have to make sure that all our tanks are chained, or it would be an OSHA violation. So that is no exceptions to that. This is the area that we use for plasma arc cutting. This right here is the area we use for oxy-fuel welding and brazing. This is our inspection area used for doing bend test and tensile pulls for certification of welders. This piece of equipment is our mill. It is used in some of our welding certifications in preparation. This is our lathe. We use it to put bevels on pipe. And our horizontal bandsaw, used for cutting out test coupons and miscellaneous things. You always need to make sure that you have training and permission before using any of the auxiliary equipment in the welding shop. This is our strong hand fabrication table meant for special projects. We store our welding coupons in barrels. You'll find different sizes. You'll need to look through the barrels to find what you need. Make sure that you look thoroughly through all the barrels. There will be some outside and some inside. We should use the ones outside first unless the weather is too bad and you can't get to it. Otherwise, use the ones that are outside first. This is our Torchmate CNC plasma table. This is where we keep our welding helmets that we loan out to our high school students. If you are an adult student, we don't mind if you borrow one temporarily until you're able to get your own.